Johnson, and welcome to my mind massage. I'm going to take you on a sound journey using some of my favorite things. So this is my jewelry bag. I take this with me everywhere I go, which is why it is so dirty, and why it still says Huddy instead of Huddy. This, for example, this is my chrome hearts necklace. I wear this pretty much every day. This, which was handmade for me from Geoff Jewelry, one of my friends. It took him 2 months to make this, and it's really cool. It's neat. It's got engravings on the front and the back. I love it. Another one of my favorites as well. This I got when I went to Capri, Italy. I stopped in a random store when I was walking around, and the store was about 10 feet wide. Got black diamonds, and I think this is bone that they marrowed down into a tiny white dragon. So I go by the name Huddy now. I was Lil Huddy growing up. Pretty much my whole life that was my nickname, and when I turned 20 I felt like there was a need to change my name. I felt like the best thing for me to do was to change my artist name and let people know that I was once something as a kid, and now I'm something else. I'm almost a different person, a new entity, a new vision, and I'm gonna take that everywhere with me. The most played song on my phone right now is Ventura Highway. It's this really good record from the 80s, and I listened to it when I was on vacation in the mountains, when I was fishing on a boat, and ever since then I've listened to it every morning on my way to the studio, and it gives me a good vibe. Any hidden talents? I don't think I have too many hidden talents. I'm very intuitive, and I feel like intellectually talented in a way that people don't quite understand. I first knew I wanted to start making music when I was really young, honestly. I was writing songs in the shower when I was like 7 or 8 years old, and seeing my dad get really into learning instruments got me into singing with him. From there, I always wanted to be a musician. I feel like there's 2 really big music inspirations for me right now, and one of them would be Vic Fuentes from Pierce the Veil. He's been a really big influence on my new work. I've been really studying how he transformed his sound from the very beginning to where it is now, and how he's carried himself throughout the different eras. Him as a person, honestly, he's such a nice, humble person, and that's something I aspire to take with me throughout my whole life. Another musician that I really look up to right now is Lenny Kravitz. I think he's got the most swag out of any musician, and has been able to hold that status for such a long time. You know, he's been killing the games ever since he came in it. So for my next option, I've got this here candle, and I got this at a flea market for not that expensive. And this right here, my girlfriend got for her birthday, little matchboxes for everybody as party favors, and I chose this because I really love candles. I feel like they're such an essential part of life and of the vibe that you bring to a room. And just about every room that you go into in my house, there's a different candlelight, and like the different smells that each room gives off is so nice and different, and it feels like you're walking to a different place. But really getting into the larger candle wicks recently, and I really like them. Like, this is one that you can just kind of carry around at night. Just kind of like this. Just kind of in the dark, you know, how they did in the old days. We're going to light a match here and light this candle. This is mainly for the vibes. So my personal style, I would say, is a mix of a dark Renaissance, a little bit of a 70s punk, a little hint of like a new day, cleaner, more high fashion. It's really hard to put into words because it also changes every day. It never stays the same. But no matter where my style goes or evolves to, it kind of falls back down under one of those three categories. If I could travel to any point in time in history, the time that the ancient Egyptians ruled the world, just to see what it's like be like an overseer of what was going on there, because I feel like they know so many things that we don't. And they had very interesting ways of thinking, and I want to know why. I want to know why they built pyramids, and I want to know how they came to worshiping their gods and worshiping cats. If I could have any animal, I think it would be a snow leopard. I'd get one of those big cats. A lion would be cool because they have the beautiful mane. But I would say snow leopard because their unique spots and their unique coat. The all white fur is really beautiful. And they're a little smaller too. They're not as scary, I would say. So I would get like a little pup, like a little tiny baby pup. I brought cameras. Now I brought 2 cameras. I brought the disposable film camera. One, because it makes a fun noise when you roll it. And when you snap the photo, it's even more fun, even more satisfying. I'm gonna take a picture of you. But the second camera I brought, this one over here, this is my everyday camera. This is my baby, and it makes a fun noise when you turn on. That's for flash. Turn on the flash, and then you hold it down lightly, and it makes like the most satisfying noises, honestly. Like it's so good, and then you just... If you've seen anything that isn't a professional photo on my Instagram, or if you think it's a professional photo and it's not, it's on this camera. I take this everywhere with me. This goes on all my trips, and if I don't bring it, I'm in trouble, because I don't know how else I'm gonna take photos if it's not with this. So I have this song called Love Bites that's coming, and this is probably the most reinventing song that I've made so far. It's sonically different than anything I've ever made. I think it's a lot more fun than anything I've ever made. I think it's perfect for a night out. I loved it so much that I made it my EP title because of how much I loved it, honestly. I couldn't have it any other way. So I made it both the single and the EP title. It's a key factor in telling the story of what the EP is. And the EP is essentially a story about how love comes and it scares you, and it can be toxic or weird or crazy at first, but how you start to accept love no matter how intense it may be or how scared you might be to love, and how when you finally accept it, that things So if I were to have a superpower, I would be able to control the water. I'd want to be like Poseidon. I've always thought Poseidon was the coolest of the ancient Greek mythology, and I've always loved the movie Percy Jackson growing up. And I was actually Percy in 6th grade. My dad actually, he was my teacher. He made us all dress up in ancient Greek mythology costumes, and I chose Percy. And I don't know how I would use it. I feel like it would be the coolest superpower to have, for sure. Being able to walk on water, split water, throw water, you know. One of the cool things I thought was fun about Percy Jackson was that the water healed him whenever he was hurt too. So essentially you're almost like invincible. Alright, so for my next one, we have hairspray. Now, this isn't my hairspray. It's my girlfriend's, but this is the volume hairspray. And I brought this today, one, because I haven't done my hair today, but 2, because it makes a great noise and it's kind of fun being able to fluff with your hair. So, oh wait, this is cool too. I don't know how to do ASMR, but I hope I'm doing good so far. I think we're gonna start with this side. That did not sound good. It sounds like the hairspray's dying. I like to go like this. This is actually how I do my hair. I can teach you. So I get a shower. I brush it back. I part it 2 ways. As you can see, this way and this way. It's not like a middle part, but a side part. And then I just kind of run my hands through my hair so you can have different hairs going each way, different textures. And then I go back around this way. And I kind of do the same thing. Oh wait, I'm whispering. And I kind of do the same thing on this side. And I just grab it, I curl it a little bit, just kind of with it. And then sometimes I'll mess with the bangs as well. Got some on my forehead. And now my hair looks no better or different. If I could listen to one genre of music for the rest of my life, I think it'd have to be like a mellow 70s, 80s playlist. I could live off of that perfectly fine. I wake up in the morning, I tell Alexa, I go, hey, Alexa, play mellow 70s gold. And she sets me right every time my day has started. Just kind of like soft rock, you know? Like an Elton John, like a relaxing Bee Gees song, you know? Like How Deep Is Your Love? I listen to that one a lot too. Like the Beatles and The Journey and the Eagles, stuff like that. My best self-love advice, that you can always start from today. You are carrying yourself each and every day based off of what you did that day. Say you were to go and eat super healthy for a week. That'd be a start in a new journey. And it's never too late to start something new for yourself or to take care of yourself. But besides that, I think learning to be happy for yourself is a big thing, and to look at your accomplishments and give yourself a pat on the back, and to look at the hard work that you do and to give yourself credit, I think is something that is so hard for us to do sometimes. So I think slowing down, giving yourself a chance to breathe and think through what your life is, and to look on the bright side, to see what there is to appreciate, to see what it is about yourself that you want to change, being able to acknowledge that is the first step in the right direction. As long as you're paying attention to what it is that is hurting you, you always have the chance to improve yourself and to change it. Thank you so much for coming to my mind massage, and make sure to check out my EP, Love Bites. See you later.